Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Howdy, Red O'Loughlin here. We're on The Wise Ones on the USA Global TV and Radio Network. I fell in love with chemistry sophomore year in high school. Got a degree in it and didn't do much with it. I got an invitation to Vietnam. Many years later, my wife came down with cancer, and when she was going through chemo, something clicked in my brain, and okay, fine, maybe I can help by doing some research and finding out how can I help adjust some of the things that are going on. So I had been employed by Halliburton to do basically why did something fail, a lot of failure analysis, reliability stuff. And so I took that chemistry knowledge, I dove into the human body, and I've never looked back. I've just had loads of fun. It's something I do almost literally every single day. I research the human body at the cellular level, chemically speaking. I look for cause and effect relationships. And that's what I write about, speak about. And my focus is primarily on longevity, age-related diseases, those kinds of things that can help people. So as part of the USA Global TV and Radio Network, my focus is on awareness and education. And so if I can help people in the area of health and wellness, aging, anti-aging, those are the things that I do. And so in the process of doing all of those things, we run into all sorts of opportunities to improve this, that, and whatever. And one of I love to write. I can edit reasonably well. I can format books. I can do a lot of stuff. Marketing is one of those areas that I've never really had great success because it's an area I've never researched well enough to say, okay, fine, I have a good working knowledge of marketing. But in the process of continual learning, last year I did a couple seminars on this and that, and attended webinars. Okay, AI this, AI that. And I'm enamored with a lot of stuff, but sometimes you see something and it looks so simple and it's not. You actually get there and you get stuck. And so when I get stuck, the first place I go to is YouTube. And when I get to YouTube, I pause, go back to wherever I'm at. I do whatever that is, go back to YouTube, hit play, okay, pause again. And I go back and forth. And that's my normal way of being able to fix a problem or learn something new. And the guest I have today, Marian Lasalle, I've known for a number of years. She's been involved in networking here in the Houston area for quite a long time. It seems like forever and ever and ever. But I belong to one of her groups. I've belonged to a number of her groups over time. And one of them does a fairly good job of, okay, here's something that can help anybody. Whether you're an author, cake decorator, it doesn't matter. If you have a business and you want to be able to share your services, your products, whatever that may happen to be, those are the things that she helps people with. And so she put on this presentation the other night, and I'm trying to think of the name of the program, blank right this minute. But anyway, I decided, well, let me see what I can do, because I know she's going to be my guest on my show this week. And in the process of doing that, I did a real quick video for Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck based on her book. And it was just a quick and dirty, about 20 seconds. I say, Dr. Kerbeck, this is something I'm going to be looking at in more detail on Thursday with Marian Lasalle. And then last night I did one of my own where I tried to go into YouTube and find some detailed instructions, but most of the YouTube last night that I looked at was all, this is what it is, not how do you actually work it. And so I played around a little bit and I came up with a 30-second video. And I'm still waiting. Our guest was on earlier and had to fix a technical problem, and I'm still waiting for her to return. And so I'm rambling a little bit. She is here. Okay, fine. Marian, if you are here, please join me up on stage because I don't see you down here in the backstage area. Ah, thank you. Okay, I can stop rambling now. Stop blithering away.
Oh, I was here the whole time. I don't know why.
Well, normally I see you down in the bottom of my screen. I know you're here, and everything's fine. But I'm glad Dr. Jacqueline rescued me and said, "Oh, she's here." Okay, no more blithering. You've been involved in videos forever and ever and ever. Give us a little bit of your history on what you have been doing in the world of video marketing, assisting, training, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, good. Yes, well, I'm really, really glad to be here. Thanks, Red, for having me. I love authors and I love supporting authors. So this is a great opportunity for me to share some of the things that I'm doing and some of the things I'm doing for my clients. So yes, in the past, we started in 2009 doing video editing and video marketing for our clients, for our website clients. So we would show up with the lights, camera, action, and it was a big deal. We had a crew that would come, and it was really a hard thing. It was hard for the person that was being videotaped when they were nervous, and even though they knew what they were talking about, it was a really hard thing for them. And I eventually got to the point where it was like, just relax. Just you know what you're talking about. This is your business. It didn't seem to matter. When that the lights came on, they just they were frozen. It was terrible. So anyway, I eventually got out of that portion of it, and I started doing podcasting and live streaming. Right now we're using the same system that I used to use, StreamYard, and it allowed them to be at home and have a little better opportunities. Well, as time goes on and AI is getting involved here, it's just so much better. It's so much better. So as long as you have light in front of you and you cut off the light and that's a black curtain back there, as long as you have light coming in from in front of you and you have some kind of a microphone that allows you to be heard in a good way, then you don't have to worry. It's literally that easy now with AI. And so I have this new technology. I'm always up on the newest technology. I love software. So that's why Red came to one of my presentations on this newest video marketing program. And he loved it. He was able to do a video. I was so pleased. He sent it to me and I was like, see, with just a little instruction and a little bit of tech, you can make it happen. So Red wanted me to actually show you. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit about what we're producing. And this is easy. Hi, Red.
Hi. Yeah, please go ahead and share your screen because tell them what the name of the program is because I forgot it already.
I absolutely will. Now, can they see the chat on the side?
No, they cannot.
They can't. Okay. Well, what I'm sharing in the chat now, if your producer can put it up on the screen, that'd be great. This allows them to try this new software for free. And if they use my link, I don't make any money on it. I just get 100 credits and they get 100 credits. So if they can put it up on the screen, that would be fantastic sometime for those people who want to see it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the little thing that says share my screen and make sure that okay, it's giving me a lot of things I can do here. Chrome tab, entire screen. Okay, there we go.
Okay, this program is known as hypernatural.ai.
Yes. Okay, can you see my screen?
I can see a lot of screens.
Oh, well, I'm not sure how to get it to one screen. Let's see.
This is the first time we've ever done a share on the,
Oh,
and so
okay.
I'm learning as much as you're learning there, Marian.
Oh, well, I'm not sure why it's showing many, many screens. Let's see. Um, share. Huh. I am not sure. I'm so sorry, Red. I don't know how to get it out of that.
When all else fails, we'll just come back and talk about it for a minute or two while you're working on it. Okay, the
Um,
benefits that I see, in fact, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back over here. Let me share mine very, very quickly because I want to show people what it is. So if our producer can bring my 30-second video up.
Most diseases start quietly at the cellular level. Chronic, low-level inflammation can silently damage your body, driven by stress, radiation, infection, diet, even your expectations, Red explained informatively. Left unchecked, this inflammation can turn into oxidative stress, affecting any organ, from your heart to your brain, Red warned, cautioning us. But there's hope. Antioxidants from fruits and vegetables help your cells fight back, supporting lasting, ageless health, Red said, hopeful. Discover the science and solutions in the joy of ageless health. Your cells and your future will thank you, Red said in a promotional tone.
so that was the free version. And of course, they put their logo in there and everything. But I would be happy to help anybody that wants to learn this software. I do a really precise, I guess it's a teaching. But everyone who has watched it, just like Red, he was able to do that, right? He was able to do it and do it very well. So let me.
So
I don't know how to do that. Sorry.
why don't we just talk the process right this minute, and then we'll figure out maybe down the road if there's a way to present it. But
Okay.
you have, let's say I have a book that I want to present, or I have a service or product.
Mhm.
I'm a business owner. I want to be able to market my product, but I want to use video, shorts, reels, whatever. And
Okay. I have it, Red. If your producer can pull up my website, we can show the video that I just did for my client.
okay.
How's that? Because that will really help.
We'll keep talking until your website shows up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, just like that, magic.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to go to a different website, if you don't mind. It's Painted Path. No, I'm sorry. No, it's his website. Sorry. I'm so sorry that I can't share my screen. It's really messing my brain up. That's not going to work. That's a different website. I
Okay.
can put it in the chat, and your producer can check it out. So it's course https:// and his website. Okay, I'm just typing it in here. It's betterroofs.com/home. Because the website is not live to the to the public until the customer says it's okay to show it, you have to put /home. So it's betterroofs.com/home. And what I'll be able to do is show you how an author can use this on their author page, on Amazon, or on their website, or on social media. It's so easy. So as Red has seen himself, even on the free version, he was able to do that, right? He was able to make that video. And what I will do for all of the people who are watching this show with Red is I will show you what I was able to show him.
Apparently, we're having another problem. It's not coming up. Same thing with the other. Okay, so let's just talk for right now, and we'll keep going.
Okay.
Okay, so
All
you
right.
have a product, and when you were demonstrating the other night, you went into ChatGPT or an AI, and what you started by focusing the prompt on. You're using AI to develop the script, correct?
I know what I did wrong, and I'm sorry about that. I will do it because I think this is really important. So it's Better Roofs LLC. Sorry about that. BetterRoofsLLC.com/ llc.com/home. So sorry about that. Tell your producers I'm being kind of squirrely today. I got poison ivy from my dog. It's all over, as you can see, it's all over my face. It's all over my arms. I'm like itching. Woo! It's causing brain weirdness. Oh, good. Okay. So now we'll scroll down. Keep scrolling. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right, right there. You see where it says why regular inspections matter? If you just click on that, you'll see that I did this in that software.
Most people don't think about their roof until there's a problem. But here's the truth. By the time you see water stains on your ceiling, the damage has already spread. Regular roof inspections are your first line of defense. They catch the small issues, like loose shingles, cracked flashing, or clogged drainage, before they turn into major repairs. An inspection can also spot hidden signs of sagging, early leaks, or storm damage that insurance might not cover if left unchecked. Think of it this way. Would you drive your car for years without ever checking the oil? Your roof protects everything underneath it. Your family, your business, your investment. Skipping inspections is a gamble most property owners can't afford. At Better Roofs LLC, we've seen how a simple checkup saves thousands of dollars and adds years of life to a roof. Don't wait for the next storm to find the weak spots. A regular inspection keeps you safe, keeps costs down, and gives you peace of mind.
Okay, so we're going to start from the very beginning. What happens is I use AI. So I use ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude. I use one of those to give me a prompt. Okay, so I ask it to give me a script for Hypernatural. So I go in, I create the script with my AI. I make sure that it says exactly what I want. And I have that formula for anyone who wants it. Just contact me and I'd be happy to send it to them. Okay, so what you do is you get this script, you put it into Hypernatural, and it does that magic for you. Now, you might not like every single video or picture that it shows, so it's really easy with Hypernatural. It's easy to click on a little button and you can bring in your own. So I use another software called Ideogram, which is free, IDEOGRAM, Ideogram.ai. And I use this software to give me the image, the exact image I want. So if you have a picture of your book, you know, the software is not going to have it, right? But you can create that by bringing in pictures of your own, or you can go to Ideogram and ask it to create the image that you want. Either way, now you can replace each of those pictures, if you wanted to, into something that is good for you. Like you want to be able to see that. So that's the whole thing. Okay, that's all you got to do. You get the right pictures if you want them. Sometimes the software does it just fine, okay? Or then you talk to your chat. That's what I call my chat Sage. Talk to your chat, give it, what you want. It brings back you exactly what you want to say. You feed that into Hypernatural. Hypernatural takes it, makes a video out of it. You can edit it all you want. You get to choose the voice. Now you notice that voice, his name is Adam. If you watch TikTok, you'll recognize that voice. But there's like thousands for you to choose from. Men, women, older, younger, children. I mean, you name it. You can pick, not the free version, of course, but the paid version, you can pick a multitude of different voices. And here's the really interesting part, is just last week, they presented characters. So let's say you want a specific character in every one of your videos. You can choose that now in this Hypernatural. So once it's completed, you can download it to your computer and then upload it to YouTube, upload it to any software that you want. And that's it. So now I'm able to show that on the website. Did you see that brand new website? The customer hasn't even seen it yet. He's going to be so pleased. So do you have any questions, Red, or any comments about what I've discussed so far?
Yeah, but before we go into my comments and whatever, and I'm going to go back and lead you back into AI in just a moment. We're
Okay.
about 20 minutes into the show, and I usually do a commercial break. About
Okay.
in a couple seconds, we'll start off with a commercial break. When we come back, I want to take you back into the beginning of ChatGPT and hone in, because sometimes you say, well, we just go in there and we create a script. Well, there's more than that to create a script.
Well, of course.
And so we're going to give some value to people here. So let's go ahead and do a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and begin at the beginning again.
Okay.
We face daily cyber risks, spending over 7 hours of screen time, including 4.5 hours on mobile phones. This convenience comes with significant dangers, with cybercrime costs predicted to exceed $10.5 trillion by 2025. In 2023 alone, seniors lost over $3.4 billion to cybercrime. Our goal is to make social engineering concepts of cybersecurity easier to understand. We work with business teams, senior living facilities, investment companies, and educational institutions, both individually and in groups. We offer real-life examples to help you recognize and prevent attacks, with sessions available both in person, in selected regions, and remotely. Schedule your training session, or to learn more, contact us today. Call us at 847-845-9360. Email us at info@cybersecurityeasy.com. Protect your team and family with cybersecurityeasy.com.
Harold Laughlin here. We're on the Wise Ones on the USA Global TV and Radio Network, and we're trying to do a little tutorial today on a program that can create videos instantly with amazing accuracy, and it's so uniquely focused on your product or your service. And my guest today is Marian Lasalle, and we were having some technical difficulties earlier, but I think we've overcome most of those. So we're just going to go back and kind of rehash everything here in the second half of the show. So Marian, please rejoin me here. Okay. So you went into ChatGPT, but it's more than just say, give me a script. Okay, give me.
Yes, I have that formula. That's what I was going to tell you.
I say, give me a 30-second script. But even when you have the even when you have the hypernatural, you can speed the voice up, you can slow the voice down a little bit. So it may end up being a 30-second, maybe 33 seconds, maybe 27 seconds. So there's a little bit of variation in there. And then you talked about that the other night, because sometimes you want to have something that's at least so long to fit a format for TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And so when you're asking ChatGPT, like with anything else, you have to be very, very, very explicit in your prompt. Now, I noticed the other night that you set up the table. This is my expectation. This is what I'm really looking for. And then you ask ChatGPT, do you understand? Do you agree? Whatever that you go back and forth as if you're having a conversation with a person. So you make sure that they understand each one. I saw a video the other day that just went into amazing detail on ChatGPT 5 of literally being able to take exponential version and put it on steroids. And it blew me away, because there's so much there that we don't understand because we're not asking the right questions. And so you take like when I did my first one, I just said, ChatGPT, this is what I want you to talk about for 30 seconds. Boom, I gave that. And so when I did the same thing on the second one, but if I'm really using the AI for what it is intended to, I can give it some focus to begin with, and then let it go do its thing and come back with what the real world should be hearing and seeing. And so I have a 30-second script that can be read in whatever number of voices. I have images that'll pop up every 3, 4, 5 seconds that I can change. And it's all automated through the hypernatural. And so when I started playing with it, well, how do I get my book cover on there? Well, I went down, there's a add media, okay, and so I kind of hit as I could. Okay, that works. That one, okay, and so you learn a little bit. So what I see for anybody, whether they're an author, a business owner, a coach, whatever their business is, if they're on social media, if they have a website, as you talked about earlier, this is something that they can put in a 20-second, a 30-second. They can update it literally a half a dozen times a week if they wanted to. if they wanted to change the voices, they wanted to change images, they wanted to tweak the message a little bit more in one area. And the total time for me when I signed up for the free version to the time I sent Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck a 20-second video of listening, it was less than 10 minutes. And I knew other than watching your show the other night, your training, and that was the other thing I wanted to tell people. For years, and I'm serious, for years, Marian Lasalle and Russ Johns were the absolute best trainers I have been to, based on the value of the time I spent and what I learned. And I tell them, I said, I go there to learn something in an hour. I have learned more. And I think you've only been one or two people have done a better job, but the better job was on an individual thing they specialized in, not necessarily the breadth of everything that you were talking about all the time over these years. So I think that you and Russ are still at the top because you cover a lot of complex subjects exceptionally well in the training programs that you've done. And I really and truly appreciate that. So anyway, kudos to you on the fact that your presentations, the completeness, the accuracy, the understanding are really superb.
Let me tell you why, Red.
Tell me why.
When I owned my IT company, I was the person that was between the customer and the technician. I had to learn how to speak to the customer because the technicians were talking in a language that they didn't understand. So I learned really early on how to train, how to teach. And it really helped me when I started training in the general public. So that's why.
Okay. So you had unique view of what the finished product should be.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm using AI and the value in AI is I want a 30-second out, 1 minute, whatever that time frame is. It's giving me that script for a certain time frame. And it's giving me the script because it knows I'm putting it into hypernatural and I'm going to have certain segments. I have a sentence or a sentence and a half or what.
Yes.
And it's going to segment that so that images can be brought up and put into the video. And so if you pay the pay version, then you have a lot more options. But the free version for right now, just to put something on social media, put something on my website, is more than adequate. I don't mind having the hypernatural watermark there or logo. I got it for free. Why not give them some free advertising?
Right. There you go. Well, what's interesting about ChatGPT is there are formulas that you can follow, just like you said, if you tell it the exact thing that you're looking for. So I'm doing TikTok videos. And so in order to get paid in the Creator Fund program, you have to have the video be 60 seconds or more. So I tell ChatGPT to please give me a video that's 70 seconds long. And then when I go to Hypernatural, it'll ask me, do you want a short one? Do you want a medium, 2 to 10 minutes, or do you want a long one? So I choose the middle one, which is 2 to 10 minutes. And it usually gives me something between 65 and 72 seconds, which is over a minute. So that's perfect. So I learned a very specific, the wording that ChatGPT needs to get, that I need to give Chat in order to give me back the script that I put into Hypernatural. It's all free. There's nothing, you can pay for ChatGPT. There's a $20 level, which of course, because of my technology business, I need the paid version, but I know you can get the same type of information. It might take a little longer, or you might need a little more work on it, but you can do everything for free. Just like Red said, as long as you don't mind a little hypernatural beginning and end and a little logo at the bottom, then who cares, right? For me, I'm doing this for clients and I'm doing it for business. So I do need to do that. It is Marian Lasalle at Painted Path Designs. So Marian Lasalle at Painted Path Designs is how you get a hold of me. There you go.
Okay, so the thing that I see is, as a non-marketer, that I need marketing skills. This is a tool that I pull right out of my holster and use right now because I don't necessarily have to pay somebody to do it, but I can have what I consider to be a semi-professional to professional presentation, and depending on how I edit my finished product, yesterday when Dr. Jacqueline was doing a training session, she came up with a lot of very, very valuable personal experiences that cemented in, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Here's how it actually happened in real life. And so if I were to take that same focus and said, here's my basic 60-second deal this week, but maybe next week I take and I add in this example to really focus in on that aspect of it. I can change that same video 3, 4, 5 times over the course of a month. It's not the same thing everyone's seeing, but it's easy enough to come in there and change the script, edit the images, edit the if I wanted to have a British accent rather than have a.
Yes.
I remember a conversation. I was driving once, and the guy was on there talking. He says, I had to call 200 people a day. It didn't make any difference. Every day I had to call 200 people, insurance company or something. And that was his daily job, to call people. Whether he said yes, no, it doesn't matter. And he said, when he started doing things, he said, I'm going to do today as if I'm John Wayne. And then he started changing different voices. And so the issue was, what voice really worked the best for people to convert? And it turned out to him, a British male accent was the most successful in his line of business for whatever he was doing. And so I can see that when I have a presentation, maybe I do want to have it in an Irish lass, brogue, because of the nature of what I'm producing at that time. Other times I want to have Adam, because it's a standard voice that everybody hears when they go on the internet. So
That's right.
And so you produce this thing, and it's a video, and you can send it anywhere, attach it to an email, put it on your website, etc. So how do you help people create something? You created that thing for the roof guy. Where is your value that you're adding to your client beyond just the mechanics of this particular software?
I'm not really sure what your question is. What are my
You're a
values?
content creator, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so your ability to go into AI and find stuff and organize it in a way that it appeals to the audience is what I see your value is. I've seen that for a long time. You don't mess around with things that are not important. You kind of focus, right? Okay, this is what people need to know right now.
Yeah, I agree. I love helping people, especially people who have a burning desire. So let's say, you just wrote your book, you have a burning desire to get it out to the public, or you have a business idea and you really have this burning desire to really, really, really make sure that your message gets out to the world. So that has been my goal all along, is how do we do that? And how do I, if they don't want me to do it for them and they want to learn it themselves, that's where I shine. I love training. I love teaching. I love getting the real deal as inexpensively as possible. So I know a lot of coaches. I know a lot of people, website builders. They want you to buy the whatever because they're an affiliate for it and they make money. Well, my goal has always been, no, let's think about, okay, if there's an affiliate program, that's great. I'll let you know, but I'm not going to sell you that, or I'm not going to tell you about that just because of that. My goal is to make sure that you have what you want and that it's the least expensive as possible, not cheap. Okay. Nothing's cheap anymore, is it? But just like Red said, he doesn't really need anything. He doesn't even need the paid version. He can get by with what he wants to do with the free version. So I give my people an opportunity to see both sides. You could go with the least expensive, the free version, or the cheaper version, or you could go full out and get the more professional looking. So that's been my thing. I will probably till the day I die. I love teaching and training.
Marian, in the process of me going to YouTube to find a tutorial to show me how to use Hypernatural, I found Hypernature.ai. I found a couple other ones, and they were very similar. In fact, I'm actually watching this thing. Well, that doesn't look like the same screen I had back over there, but the name was so close. But it had features that Hypernatural isn't the only one out there, but it's one that is usable. And I found too that I said, well, I'm kind of amazed at how close a lot of these softwares are. Have you actually looked at some of the other ones to see what the competitors are like?
I do. That's one of the things I do is I go out and search and research and do the things that that my clients need. So, yes, I have joined a community that is focused on Hypernatural. We have access to the owner and to the producers over there at Hypernatural. So I feel very confident that they're giving us what we need, and they're doing it in a way where I feel like I have a say. So some of these others, yeah, they're copies, or they're trying to do the same thing. Look at a chat GPT was the only thing. Now there's Perplexity and Claude and all these others. So yeah, I try to bring it down to the best for what I need, instead of going out and telling you there's 10 that you can choose from.
Okay, so let's assume I'm a business owner, I am, and I want to take advantage of Hypernatural. I can go on there, plug around a little bit, come up with something, and in 10, 15, 20 minutes, I have a product that's usable. But again, it's from my viewpoint, non-marketing. I'm telling the world this is what I think is important because that's what I wrote about. But the value I see in having Marian Lasalle do something like this is that I tell you what is important to me, why my audience should, what value I am offering. So you take that and then you use the marketing genius that you have up here and create something that can be updated once a week, put on different social media accounts, put it whatever the marketing aspect of that person is to their audience, whether it's social media or some other aspect, or just be included as a weekly newsletter where you have, here's the latest thing that's going on. And so I see this thing just being explosive because you take the non-marketing aspect of people like me who can exploit it free. It's not to the level that I would hope it from a professional, but it certainly meets my minimum expectations, and that's important.
Exactly.
Marian, how do people reach you, and what value can you give them in your business?
Well, I thank you. Referral Business Builders is where I really want you to go, because it allows you to not only be with me like tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. You're going to get me for a full hour, and we're going to talk about you and your business, and we're going to network, and we're going to meet other people. There's people from Portugal and Portugal and Canada, and there's different places all over the world. It's global, and I love that. And for an hour, we get to, yeah, you can come as my guest. See that green button right there? Be our guest. And for free, you can come in for an hour tonight at 7 p.m. Central and hang out with us and see what it's like. So I do this once a month, and we also have some local chapters. We have Referral Business Builders Houston chapter, where you can come in person. You don't have to do it online. If you're not in the area, this is a great way to do it online. You can email me. They've been putting my email address on there. I am very, very reachable. Okay, that's what I want. I want people to know that I'm real. I'm here for you, and I love every minute of it.
Well, Marian, thank you so very much for your time today. We'll figure out how to make the presentation thing deal. I'll bring you back in, and we'll actually do a real live one where everything is up. Now we have a finished product before the end of the show.
Yeah, I could probably do a video, and then you could just show the video.
Okay, that may be a way of doing it too. Anyway, Marian, thank you so very much. I really appreciate your time and energy today, and I hope you get over your rash.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Take care.
Poison ivy.
Okay, bye now. Red O'Loughlin here. We're at the end of our show on the Wise Ones and USA Global TV and Radio Network. Catch you all next week. My next show starts in about 20 minutes. Talking Heads, and my topic today is the power to transform your aging. So tell you how you actually can change your aging processes. Take care, y'all. Bye.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multi-dimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multi-dimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced. And now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
Conveniently located in the Cherry Hill Mall in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Avio Art specializes in custom art and photography printing. From museum-quality canvas prints and stretching to photo restoration, fine art reproduction, and framing with museum-grade glass, every service is completed in-house with exceptional attention to detail. Visit avioart.com or email support@avioart.com.
5 Little Known Secrets for Dementia Caregivers with Tracy Cram-Perkins.
Hi there, I am Tracy Cram-Perkins, the host of the Dementia Home Care Show here on USA Global TV and Radio. I am also the author of the book of the same name. And you'll see this QR code. This is for an extended version of the same talk. So if you want to see the full hour-long version, feel free to scan the code and go to that website. Stick with me. We'll talk about 5 little known secrets to make it a little easier to do dementia caregiving. What you're seeing on the left-hand side is a healthy aged brain, age 55 and above. The one you're seeing on the right is an Alzheimer's disease brain. It is in moderate disease. It is shrinking. It has holes in it. The memories that were in those holes no longer exist. When you're learning something, let's say in kindergarten, you learn how to tie your shoelace. Well, then by the time you're in 2nd grade, your brain remembers that information from tying the shoelace and applies it so you can learn more quickly how to tie more complex knots. So the brain is hardwired to do this for us. So it helps us learn faster so it doesn't take us long to acquire knowledge. The brain is looking for the information and they pick the closest to wherever that hole is. Let's look at some tips that we can use to help do that.
These are 5 simple tools you can use as a dementia caregiver to help your loved one. The whiteboard is a useful tool in recording the day's activities and the answers to repetitive questions. The calendar clock is a very useful tool to orient your loved one on the day, the date, and the time, and remind them of upcoming appointments. The communication cards are a great tool to bridge the gap when they can no longer tell you what's wrong. And then there's the pill minder for when your loved one is still able to take pills but needs prompting. The final tool I want to share with you is the memory book. It tells your loved one's story. It's a great tool for distraction, redirection, also as a conversation starter, and telling you where they are in their story so you know how to answer their questions.
Music is probably the most powerful tool in your toolbox after laughter. Music is a way to maintain connection. It sticks with your brain longer than any other thing, including reading. When you're having an issue with somebody, you can play their favorite music if you move them to another room, something that makes them happy, or you can start singing songs together from their childhood. These are some of my favorite books for caregivers. My show airs on the 3rd Tuesday of every month, and you can view past episodes on YouTube. Thank you, everyone.
This program has been brought to you in part by Tracy Cram Perkins. Connect with her and order her book at tracycramperkins.com. For more information about Alzheimer's disease, support resources, and how you can help, contact the Alzheimer's Association at 1-800-272-3900 or visit their website at www.alz.org. They offer 24/7 helpline support and a wealth of information to assist you and your loved ones.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honored to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.